was a life I could have known, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold, but things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wonder what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. From my home, cracked and broken asphalt everywhere. I could have ended up just like that broken road, with a dead end in my path. Thank the Lord that I've got more than that. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I won't forget the lessons that I don't deserve. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, would have kept me from the one I love today.
Good morning, good morning. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm Utah Laverne. This is One Street Over, and we're just so glad you are joining us on this beautiful Thursday morning. And typically, Thursday morning, One Street Over, we try, that's the day we really want to talk to a business. We want to come in and talk to one of the businesses around town and just kind of, see what's going on. And so we will call it our business of the week, when we can get somebody out of the bed early in the morning to come on in. And I got to tell you, John, you're like all set up, all beautiful here, but you don't have a microphone. You got to bring the microphone up, my friend.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And John, I'm going to let you say your last name. Bonema?
Bonema, yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
I did it. Bonema. It's Dutch. We had to have that little conversation because our last name's weird, and so it's Bonema. It's Dutch. Very cool.
Yes,
I like the name. But the name we want you to know about is Cut Twice Woodworks. Cut Twice Woodworks. And this is just, how long have you been doing this? This is cool.
So I started the company in, I think, February of 2020.
Okay.
I got the itch.
During COVID. Yeah.
I got the itch at the end of 2019.
Okay.
To do woodworking. My grandfather used to do it, and my mom has a couple of his pieces around, and it's moved all around with our family. But actually, a friend of mine, close friend of mine from high school, back in Orlando, Florida, he was into woodworking and, picking his brain, and I really liked the stuff that he was doing. So, I did, I think, what most people do and dive into YouTube
Okay. That's where
I was
you
able
learn.
to use credit card points to buy my table saw, and the rest is history now. A little over 2 years later, and it was actually, now that I look back, it was a little bit of a challenging time to start a business.
Yeah.
But it's good. I've been welcomed very nicely. My family and I moved to Cedar Hill. It was a little over a year ago.
Okay. So, that's one thing. I always kind of like to know people's backstory, because that's what we do here. Because people will see you out at fairs, but they don't really know you. So, you mentioned Orlando, and you told me you're from Cedar Hill. So, did you come from Florida here? How long have you been in this area, or where did you grow up? Kind of give us a backstory.
So I grew up in a little town about an hour north of Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Hernando County, and once I went to college at University of Central Florida in Orlando, and then I got a job out of college actually in Northern California, in San Jose. So I lived there for 10 years.
Okay.
And met my wife there. We had our first son there, and then when we found out that we were blessed to be pregnant with a second, we relocated to Cedar Hill. Now we landed here, and my wife is actually starting the nurse practitioner program at Vanderbilt in the fall, so next month. So that was the ultimate reason why we moved, and it happened to be an amazing kind of meetup of minds that. My mom and my stepdad relocated from North Carolina to Clarksville. So after 10 years of not living in the same state, I'm back with the family, and I brought the business with me. So it's
very
great.
cool. I love that. That is awesome. I love getting all these backstories. But now you also too, you said you started this in what year? 2020.
Yes.
What were you doing before that? Because everybody, you're doing your job, and you're like, okay, this is fun. I want to do this. And then because is this full time?
It is not yet. I would love for it to be full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I am a contract administrator by profession. So I am one of the odd ducks that enjoys reading terms and conditions for a company that makes lab devices.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, so I that pays the bills full time,
Totally get it.
It would be awesome to transfer over to full time woodworking. So actually, I'm in the process of moving here. Was able to get 5 acres, which is unheard of in California, and.
It's unheard of now.
Yeah.
You did it at the right time, brother.
Yeah.
Good job.
No
Because
kidding.
now it's like, good luck finding that kind of acreage.
Yeah.
Especially in Cedar Hill.
Yeah. So we're doing, I'm having a building built that's going to be the workshop.
Nice.
And a little area that's going to be an office space too. So that way, right now the garage is working fine.
Okay.
And I'm lucky enough to do a lot of shows locally, some that I do monthly. And then, I have a big, well, I like to think that it's big, but I have an online store. So most of my business is all digital or e-commerce.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of shows with a lot of cutting boards and various things that I can show you on the live stream. But, I do all the way up to full-size furniture.
That's
most
cool.
people are interested in hearing that, but it's a little tough to bring a full-size table to a weekend craft show. So
Right. But you can say, okay, you like my work, and you can see the quality that I've got here. Go and check out the digital store. Now, how does that work with shipping? Because I go to look at things like that. Are you able to do pretty economical shipping and things like that on something like a table? Or, how do you compete with that? That to me would be like the downside of large products for somebody that's an entrepreneur. Now, if you're tapped into Amazon, you can always do it's all, everybody's so accustomed and so spoiled to that free shipping. So to me, that would be a hurdle. Is that something that you have as a challenge, or?
Yeah, so
I would imagine
larger items are a challenge. There is, I didn't know about this as just a private consumer, but there's a whole freight shipping world. I have not done any shipping of large items.
Gotcha.
There's been a couple people that are interested in the Illinois, Chicago area, but we didn't end up making a deal. But ultimately, for shipping, you're correct. I mean, people have gotten a lot I also, I've been cruising the deals on Prime Day.
Oh, yeah.
And free shipping is nice. So you learn quickly that in order to remain competitive, free shipping is kind of a must. So it's great. There's a lot of really good tools out there for small businesses that I had never heard of that offer discount rates for shipping and it's free.
Okay.
So it's really cool, and I really like I jumped into it. I wanted to immediately form an LLC and copyright my logo and all that, and then you realize like, oh, you don't actually have to do that in order to be a business. You have to obviously get the correct paperwork for the sales and use tax, stuff like that, and get set up as a sole proprietor. And but
just go for it.
Yeah, it's great.
Especially in Tennessee. Tennessee is very friendly to, the sole proprietorship kind of thing. And, they make it easy. Tennessee makes it a little bit easier to do business. I think, at least they used to.
Yeah.
I haven't dabbled in that in a while. I mean, I've got a couple of little businesses, but they're just sitting there. I'm protecting the names because I think I might do something with that one day. Those kinds of things. So I want to know what some of this stuff is. What is that? What is that thing right there?
Okay, so here...
Because he's got all kinds of fun stuff here. I want some explanations of stuff. This is cool.
So these are kind of like olive trays or a cracker tray. So it's three different shapes that...
what do they call that stuff where you put out the meats and all that?
Charcuterie. Yeah.
I'm thinking the charcuterie folks are like all over these things, aren't they?
Yeah, so these these are three different designs that are just made out of some curly maple that I sell as a trio, the snack tray trio, or individually. And then so I actually have a laser engraver. So I just had an order last week from someone in Fort Worth, Texas, that wanted some scripture added to the handles, and they were giving it as a gift.
Okay.
So the great thing is that the online store is it's starting to pick up. I'm surprisingly popular in Texas, of all places, which is cool. I mean, I enjoy it, and what I try to do is make quality product but give superior customer service, because more recently than not, I've had some customer service snafus of my own in my personal life, and it just reinforces the importance of open communication, and if you say you're going to do something, then we go ahead and do it, and make sure that you set realistic goals. But ultimately, the product, I hope, speaks for itself. But also, I want someone to come away from a transaction with a good experience.
Absolutely. And these caught my eye immediately. And I don't do the charcuterie or whatever. And I've got friends of mine that are just obsessed with it. Yeah. And they'd be all over this. Yeah. I bet you sell these like crazy.
Yeah, those are
I'm
good.
thinking this is a hot seller. And of course, the cutting boards, because that's how they display all this. And I mean, you're in a right timing on that trend, because it is a hot thing right now. So go through some of this. This is something that caught my eye too. But you just kind of unpack some of these products for everybody and kind of show them off here.
Definitely. So I've noticed in Robertson County the heritage of dark fire tobacco.
Oh yeah.
And we are lucky enough to have gone through a firing season, and we have a couple smoking barns right on the property next to us, so it was really cool to see. So I've got a couple different versions of hanging tobacco, loose leaf tobacco, that it's on the little live edge plaque, which people seem to like. And then this is actually a very, very good seller.
Ooh, I love that.
So it's got the dark fire tobacco, Robertson County.
Show that there. I'm going to show it on all the cameras here and kind of twist it around here.
A couple different designs of that where, I have to give a shout out to Miranda Head at Head's Farm. She has been so awesome in championing my woodwork. She's cool. The first store in the area that features my woodwork, and she gave me some really good feedback. She said, quite honestly, if you have anything with the tobacco leaf on it, it'll probably do really well, and she was spot on with that. So then conversely, I started doing these name puzzles.
Okay.
And this is the name, my wife's name. Amber,
okay, I gotta have these for my grands. I gotta have these for my grandkids. Okay, I'm trying to play with the cameras here. Okay, there's that.
Yeah.
And then we'll do over on the other Facebook camera here. So, but these I got 3 grandkids. So I'm all over this. I want this. I want this absolutely. I have some of these from my children when they were little bitty, and I mean my twins are 31 that I got it, and I don't think they were puzzles though. I think it was just their name carved out that we had sitting in their windows. I have no idea what happened to them, but I like this so much better because they can actually learn to spell their names.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and I've been lucky enough to do a couple nursery signs for folks that specifically want specific designs or whatnot for their nursery for their newborns. So it's special. I think I like to think that it's a special project to work on, and it's important, it's cherished for them. But it's really neat to take a design, take their hey, I'm looking for this type of design, and my big thing is that without using the name Etsy, I try to say if you find a design you like online, but you're struggling to find someone that could build it for you, I would love to be that person that you reach out to. And then another one this is just an example of a bottle opener plaque. So I do armed services. I
got a veteran in my family.
And then I had another one. It must be in the bottom of the box to show an example of the different designs that I can do. Different stains and stuff.
Sure.
That's a pretty popular one.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Those are good gifts. But and then a couple of the other laser engraved. So
this is fabulous. This is the courthouse, y'all.
Yeah, I was put in touch with
that is so cool.
The Robertson County Historical Museum.
Yeah,
and they have been awesome. They have been big supporters, and they've bought a couple different times from me in order to put stuff in their gift shop. So,
I was gonna ask you because I'm a frequent person in the gift shop and stuff. I may have picked up some of your stuff. Did you do some ornaments?
No,
Christmas ornaments.
No, I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. But yeah, they've got all kinds of fun stuff in there because I have 4 boys and they're so hard to buy for, and so unique gifts. This is perfect for them for sure. Like I said, I'm still hooked on these because I've got so many friends that be so into that. Yeah, those are cool little gift boxes and stuff.
Yeah, so these are just a couple different versions of a ring box.
Oh yeah, if you're getting engaged, here you go. This would be a keepsake for somebody, and that cool. When you say the will you marry me? You can put it in this, and there you go. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and then
and that's handmade. You can probably engrave it like the date of the engagement. Mm-hmm. This is perfect. This is perfect.
We had I had an order that was for some simple hearts on top for what was that? The Valentine's Day. Whoa.
That holiday.
Yeah, that one in February.
That Hallmark holiday, right? That Hallmark holiday. But anyway, so very good. Okay, what is this thing?
So this is a challenge coin holder.
I know. Yeah. Military.
And, they sell really, really well in Clarksville by the
sure it does,
by the base, but ultimately I saw the designs that were available, and they're a lot either go on the wall and they're kind of vertical, but I didn't see a lot of tabletop ones.
Okay.
And then with the slight incline on that, you can still see all of the designs of the coins.
Okay.
So actually, this is one of the larger ones, but I have all different sizes because people come by and they're like, "Hey, I only have 15."
Yeah, because I was going to say, because my son did, one. He did one tour. He was in Afghanistan once, and he only did 4 years. But I've got a friend whose husband did 8 tours. He could fill this, his could fill this. My son's he would need a smaller one because he only did 4 years. So yeah, you've got a few that I've just got a few, so, and
I found that it's, like I say, if you want a smaller, shallower one for a bookshelf, it's better than, from the stories that I've heard, a lot of those coins mean a lot
You
to a
bet
lot
they
of
do.
people.
Oh, yeah.
So rather than keeping them in a drawer,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
But yeah, and then there's a couple more that I wanted to show. So traditional cutting board.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a different exotic woods.
Man, that's so pretty.
And
That is so cool.
all of the
turn this
wood
around.
that I get is now purchased locally in Clarksville.
Oh, man, that is so pretty.
There is some exotic wood that obviously is sourced from out of the country, but
What is that? And this one has got like a really unique design. What is this wood here?
so that's leopard wood.
Wow.
Leopard wood, yeah. So
That's
on one
crazy.
side it's spotted, and on the other
Yeah.
side it's more of a stripe.
Wow.
So that one definitely turns heads.
Oh, I would imagine. That's extraordinarily cool.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to, I just, how you put all this together, it just blows my mind. I mean, because, these are different pieces of wood and they're fused together, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're glued.
Man, they look like, they're just glued and fused together. I'm so stupid, but
No, that's all
they
right.
don't look like they're glued. I mean, they look like, I can't imagine how you got that perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at it.
No, I
This is
appreciate
a
that.
beautiful one. That's a beautiful one too.
Yeah,
My
so
goodness.
I definitely wanted to show you.
Wow,
the
how
epoxy,
beautiful.
The epoxy resin is very popular.
Oh, yeah.
For folks.
Oh wow.
So it's definitely heavier.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
And,
cool.
That
is so
the
cool.
great thing about the epoxy is that you can customize it to any color that you like.
Yeah.
And then this is
That is so pretty.
another version of it over here. And this is a good example of what you could do if you've heard of river tables before. This is just
A coffee
imagine
table.
that.
You could-
Imagine
this-
that being larger.
Wow, for a coffee
yeah.
table. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Look how beautiful. Man, that is so. You do some extraordinary work.
Thank you.
Well, and you say that that your grandfather did this. That must be in your blood.
Yeah.
I'd
like to think so.
it's in your blood then, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
so cool. That is
And,
so cool. But
yeah, my mom did it growing up, and
Yeah.
what's great is the different shows that we do. She does a lot of stained glass art,
nice.
and
Okay.
crafts and stuff, and she sells out of a store in Clarksville, and we'll come and we'll do shows together. So it's a bonding thing for us.
Okay.
That she'll come and I'll put up one table in the booth and she'll put up the other table, and it's her stuff and we're selling together, and it's special. It's really cool. I enjoy doing the woodworking. But I do have to shout out my wife, who's an amazing support, because we have a 1-year-old and an almost 3-year-old, both boys.
I got 4 boys, so they're
So-
adults. So I feel you. I know what it's like.
So the times that I'm out, I can lose myself for 3 hours it feels like 5 minutes out in the shop, and she's keeping everything running like a fine old machine. So, but it's great, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on, and I do the Cedar Hill Farmers Market every third Thursday throughout the summer, and I'm also on First Fridays in Springfield. So I believe my booth will probably stay in the same area, but I'm right in front of Ed Array's.
Oh,
or right in front and then to the right of it.
I'm excited about that restaurant.
Yeah,
I can't
it's very
wait.
popular.
I know. I'm so excited.
The
I had
menu
them
looks
in.
amazing.
Yeah, I've had them in, and I knew about the soft opening they did. What was it last week? Or they did. They're doing brunch. We don't want to talk about them right now. I'm talking about you. But yeah, that's a cool spot to be.
Mm-hmm.
So well, very good. And did you go to? I feel like I ran into you just real briefly at the event they had for the Isaiah house, the Isaiah 117 house,
Yes.
over on Lawrence Lane. Because see, I live at the dead end of Lawrence Lane.
Okay.
I think because I
Yes.
was heading out and I was like, oh, look at this, and so you caught my eye, and I just didn't get it. I didn't have time to really talk to you, so I'm so glad we connected.
Yes.
This is so cool. I tell you what, I got to pause. It's already 25 after. Let me do a real quick break, and we'll come back. And I just want you to anything we've missed.
Okay.
Wrap it up for us. And there was something. Make sure everybody knows how to get in touch with you and all of those particulars. I had another question, but it escaped me for a minute.
All right.
But anyway, maybe it'll pop back in my brain while I'm doing my ad. So we're going to pause for a second and talk about Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. I've got to get by there because I have got a spot in my house. I need a jade plant. And if you were listening yesterday, my husband, He loves the jade plants, right? So he is he had an aunt that had one, and so we got him one, and we put it on the nightstand, and he overwatered it, or it didn't get enough sun, whatever. But it's dead, and so I have made a place full sun for him to have his jade plant. So I've got to go pick him up something beautiful, and I've got to really talk to Miss Amy about how to keep it alive, and she's expert at that. She got me through keeping my lavender alive. My lavender is still alive. It does need to be watered. I didn't water it this morning. You got to water that stuff. It's outside right now because it's so hot and dry. But if you're somebody like me that needs to be schooled on how to take care of particular plants, I've killed so many succulents, it's not even funny, until she, talked to me about you're overwatering, stop it. And but she's wonderful to talk to, and they're all just great out at the greenhouse. They've got a garden. They've got fresh produce that you can talk to them about what's available. And of course, they're your CBD source for Robertson County CBD. The products that they sell, CBD products, are produced from the plants that her brother Bill grows. And that has been an amazing thing to help me with my arthritis. And it may be for you as well. So go and talk to them. They're open 7 days a week. They're there from 9 to 6:30. They're at 4920 Highway 161. You can call them 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. Always, too, they're at the farmer's market. So just whatever you need, go by and see them. And this is Miss Jane's birthday week. So if you get by, be sure and give birthday wishes to Miss Jane and prayers for Miss Jane, because she has had some issues. So she needs your prayers there too. But love them. They're part of the One Street Over family. And when you go by there, please always tell them that U-Turn sent you. And getting back into the show, my friend is John Bonema. Did I say it?
Yep, 100%.
Bonema. I'm getting there. Vivio is an awful made up name too. I mean, it's just like, but this is Dutch. I love your name. It is so cool. But it's a great name. And he is in Cedar Hill, and he has Cut Twice Woodworks. I know the question I had. What is the history? Where did you get your name? Why Cut Twice Woodworks?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
So I was, one day I was walking my dog, and I was trying to think of a clever name, and it's just a play off of the Measure Twice, Cut Once.
Okay.
And honestly, I thought it would be funny to say, well, like starting out, I always had to cut twice because I was messing up a lot. But then I realized, like, that's probably not a good idea to put out there in the universe, that you're not very good at what you do. So,
No.
But yeah, no, it always turns heads, and I have to I'll have to put some thought into coming up with the story behind it. But, actually, I came across one of the websites that you can make a logo, and I really liked the logo that came up, so it kind of all was a good marriage.
No, I think that the whole concept of cut twice is, measure twice, cut once, but it's like the fact that, hey, this is you're just being real. You're just, because so many people are like, yes, I'm so careful, but it's like, I'm just being real. I've been learning this, and I think there's a humility in that name. So there's your story.
Thank
you.
you.
Build it into the humility of saying, yeah, I taught myself this. I learned, and honestly too, I kind of think about the fact that when you look at this piece, these are pieces put together. So cut twice, you've got 2 or 3 cuts here. So to me, that's where my mind went when I thought Cut Twice Woodworks. Okay, well, you've got things that are several cuts that go together. Yeah. I'm helping you here.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm trying to help you.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
anyway.
That's really good.
But I just love this. But I love entrepreneurs, and I just love people who are obviously brilliant craftsmen, and you are. And this is beautiful stuff.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
It's just great. And again, Christmas, folks, if you got folks that are in what's the name of the thing again? I can't remember. Charcuterie. This is it. This is the gift. Okay, I'm trying to get it on camera. I don't know. There we go. The charcuterie. And this is the snack tray pack.
Yep.
And you can get them. How many of those do you sell at First Friday Night Market, I wonder?
I've sold a couple sets.
I was going to say.
Let me
show them to my camera too.
Yeah, the Robertson County stuff is pretty popular.
You know it is. But I've got several friends that are into this, that they need that. But that's so great. Anything we're missing before we wrap up here?
No, I mean, excuse me. So Cut Twice Woodworks. I have a website. It's www.cuttwicewood.com.
Do it twice. Radio, got to do it twice because people aren't, they got to get their pen, so do it again.
Yeah, it's www.cuttwicewood.com.
Okay.
You can call me or text me on the number. It's 615-854-8923. Again, that's 615-854-8923. Cuttwicewood@gmail.com is another way. So on our website, I have all of my past project portfolio that you can see, kind of the what you could look forward to getting, or maybe something for inspiration. The online store is also on there. Everything that I have, all inventory and custom made to order products are also on the website, on the store, and then a way to contact us. But ultimately, it is Cut Twice Woodworks on Facebook, Instagram, and we also have a YouTube channel. So I have a little over 40 videos of build videos, whether that's custom projects that people have commissioned. What I like to do is if someone takes the time to place an order for a custom project, I'll also videotape it and cut it all together. That way they have kind of a memorial memorialization. Sorry, that's the word, of the whole process, kind of as like a little gift to them.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's again Cut Twice Woodworks on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I'll be out at the Cedar Hill Farmers Market on Thursdays. I'm usually right in the center of the pavilion. Mr. John Edwards sets me up nice every time. I really appreciate him putting me in contact with Lee Marie and also you, and then First Fridays.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys can reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm happy to chat with you woodworking, and look forward to setting up the shop and hopefully having some folks out if they want to come by and see what we got going on.
Well, and I will be sure and text you, and you'll have my number. So if you have anything you want to do and you want to come back in, just let me know, and we'll get you back in here. Sound
Awesome.
good?
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
I
I'm
appreciate
so
it.
glad to meet you.
You
God
too.
bless you. Thank you
very
so much. And this is great stuff. I'll be in touch. Like I said, those puzzles. Oh, I gotta get that for my grands.
All right.
Gotta get that for my grands.
Sounds
so thank you
great.
so much.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
And absolutely. And as he's making his exit, because he's got to clean up, I've got some more guests coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and you can start doing that while I'm doing my ad here. And we're going to bring Nikki and Chuck in. They're here they've got a homebound motorcycle ride to raise money. And Nikki Swisher comes in. She does all kinds of stuff. She's a retired police officer. And so she works more now, I think, than she did before she retired. But anyway, good friend of mine. And so Nikki will be in here in just a second. But while we're waiting for that transition to happen, let me go ahead and talk to you about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. My friends, they are just excellent when it comes to real estate. And it's very interesting. Barry came to mind this morning because I'm going to be teaching a class in Greenbrier. I'm going to be the audio video teacher at Greenbrier High School. But now next semester, they've also got me teaching a business marketing class because I'm doing vocational stuff. Well, it just so happens that Barry was a vice president of a marketing company in Nashville for many years until he went full-time with real estate. And so, and kind of in that little bing, bing, bing in my mind, I thought, I've got to get Barry in to come and talk to my marketing class. And so I just like reminding people of that background that he has, because it's very unique when it comes to the real estate. When it comes to a team that's working for you in the real estate community, having a marketer on your team is just priceless, because you want to make sure everybody knows that your property is for sale and it's available, and that's why you're going to get top dollar. Well, he is specifically trained to do that. And so having a marketer on your team, and then somebody like Rebecca that's been at this a long time, one of the first in the area to be a senior real estate specialist, and that just means that she's always studying and staying up to date on it. They're just a phenomenal team, well-rounded team for you when it comes to what you need for your real estate needs, whether you're buying or selling. But you can go and talk to to them at sellwithbecky.com, or you can connect with them at BUYRobertsonCounty.com. There you will find all of their Robertson County listings, but you'll also see that they buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. They specialize in Robertson County because they're one of us. They are part of our community and been here for over 20 years. But go and talk to them today. Sellwithbecky.com, or by BUYRobertsonCounty.com. And when you contact them, please always tell them that U-Turn sent you. And as we're making the transition, Nikki and Chuck are coming on in here, and I'll get you to grab this microphone and slide this on around here. We're just kind of resetting the studio here for 2 guests. Well, 3. Who did you bring with? Pull that microphone over to you, Nikki, there. Who have you got with you there? I didn't know we were having a youngin' coming in with us. Who have we got?
This is my granddaughter, Sawyer.
Hi.
And she, as you can see, she's my personal assistant.
Oh, I love it.
I actually I left these laying on the table, and she grabbed it and brought it in here. So I said, well, she's definitely earning her money today as my personal assistant, because I would have left my notes.
I love it. I'm going to get y'all to slide this way so I can get you on my Facebook camera a little bit better that way. And so get her to stand right here so she can be seen on mine. There we go. Because we're redoing camera stuff here. There you go. Perfect. So I'm just trying to get everybody situated here. I want to see your pretty smiling face. And, I've got 3 grandkids now. Did you see?
I know. I saw the Facebook post.
Isn't that fun? It's how many grandkids you got?
So we have 3.
Okay. See,
and Sawyer is the oldest.
Oh, fun stuff. And how would you say she is?
She's 8, but she's got a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks.
So my grandson's going to be 6 on his on the 28th. When's yours? She can, the 30th? Yeah. Well, see, you're just right there close to my grandbaby boy. So very good. Well, very nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of your grandma's hair. She's a good friend. But anyway, she's always messaging me, hey, we need to come on and talk about something. You got to turn that microphone. Okay. And Chuck, what is your last name for me?
My last name is Swan.
Okay. And so Chuck Swan and Nikki Swisher are here, and this time, usually you're in here with the fire. What do you call it? I forget.
The Sumner County Fire Buffs Association.
The fire buffs, but this time we're doing Meals on Wheels. So talk to me about what this is all about. Right? Am I right? The Homebound Meals on Wheels. Okay.
So this is the Hendersonville chapter Homebound Meals.
Okay.
And people sometimes confuse it with Meals on Wheels. That was a term that we used many years ago, and they're pretty much the same. It's interchangeable, but the Hendersonville Homebound Meals, we started about, I think this is our 40th anniversary. We started in 1982 through the Pastors Association in the community, and we've been going strong ever since. Our goal is to try to get 5 hot meals a day to people who can't really fend for themselves as far as cooking good, nutritious meals and stuff like that. So we try to do that for them, as well as a bunch of other things as well. So that's kind of where the program started, and like I said, we're still going strong. Okay, so you deliver one day 5 hot meals that they can heat up through the week. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, they don't have to heat them up. They can eat them. They're hot when we pack them to them. It's actually one meal, and we deliver them Monday through Friday, minus the holidays. Gotcha. So my husband and I, we delivered our route yesterday because we deliver our routes on Wednesday. So you have somebody visiting a home. That's great. 5 days a week. Okay. Well, see, I work with one of the jobs I have at the Madison Church is I run the Meals on Wheels program that they've had, and so we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, deliver a hot and a cold because we've just gotten low on volunteers. And that's something people don't realize. Trying to keep your volunteers together, and we serve the Madison community, so we need these programs in every community. Yes. They're so vital. There are so many people that have a need for this. We have a waiting list all the time. I'm sure you guys probably do too. We do as well. So how many do you guys serve? What do you call a full slate for y'all? So when this was started, they were somewhere between 15 and 20 folks. We're well over 100 folks now. Y'all are serving 100 folks? Oh, that's wonderful. I started in 2007 is when I got back into stuff like this. And, we were doing about 80 to 90 then. And so just in that short time, from 2007 to now that we're doing, it's on up there. Well, how many volunteers do you have? Because I mean, you would have to have a volunteer staff that's pretty extensive. Yes, so we have a volunteer coordinator, and what they do is we have this big, huge dry erase board, and it's got volunteers because I think we have
we serve at anywhere from 125 clients to 150 clients per day. Wow. And our route, like on our route, we have 11 clients, but we have probably 10 to 12 routes that are going out with that many clients per day.
Yeah.
And the thing that drives our membership is that we have volunteers, but we are able, when we have fundraisers or donations or whatever, 97% of the money that we raise or that is donated goes to direct purchase of food that goes directly to our clients.
Oh, wow.
Because we're all volunteer organization and we're a 501c3.
Wow. That's awesome. I mean, having ran a Meals on Wheels program for several years now, wow, that's awesome. That is incredible. So, man, I've got so many questions. So, do you have, how many fundraisers do you do a year?
We basically have two major, what we call major
Okay.
fundraisers, one which we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, but we also do spirit nights. We've done various things, but our big one is our pancake breakfast in October. It's usually always the last Saturday in October. Last year we had 100 and something silent auction items. I mean, it was an unreal auction that we had. It's usually held at Hendersonville High School. Bree Smith from Channel 5 came and emceed a little with us. But it's I've never seen people eat as many pancakes in my life as they do that day. But it's always been our top. People just can't wait. So when COVID hit, we put it off for a year, and you wouldn't believe the people that came to me and said, why are we not doing well, we can't. So but last year was a really big success on that. And of course the other one is the motorcycle ride that we're going to be doing on August the 6th coming up. So
okay, well, so unpack for people if they want to participate. How do they get involved? What do they need to do to be a part of this fundraiser? And then I remembered my question, but I want to know about your cooks, so we'll come back to that. But tell us about the fundraiser that you've got coming up.
Okay, I'll tell a little bit, and I'll let you talk about the restoration stuff, because I know you're a little more familiar with that. The motorcycle ride started a couple of years ago, and actually 3 years ago, because COVID, we had to postpone that. But it was just an idea that there were so many people that had bikes that it was like, hey, why don't we do one of these pretty simple fundraiser to put together? Well, it seemed like it was. But a lot goes into it like anything else. But basically what we do, what we've done in the past is start at Hendersonville Church of Christ in Hendersonville. We take out of there, everybody meets, registers, lines their bikes up. It's really, really something to come see this bike ride take off, because you get to watch all the bikes, the trikes, and everybody, the police that help us and assist with us. But we have been leaving from there, going up through White House into Portland, circling around, coming back out through the Gallatin area, and then back to Hendersonville to the park. This year we're going to do a little different. We're starting at T.W. Hunter out by Beach High School, Long Hollow Pike. We'll be starting there, going similar routes, going up through and maybe even over to Westmoreland a little bit, and then it will end at the Church of Christ in Hendersonville. Because rain or shine, we can feed people inside in air conditioning, and I think one of the things that we've done in the past is it's so hot by the time they get done. Some of them don't want to stick around. We want them to stick around, have a good time. We have great prizes for them that they're registered for and stuff like that. So it'd be a really good day. And Nikki can share some stuff with the police department that we work close with all the police departments in the county. And we have to do that because they think safety. It's easy just to put a bunch of bikes together, take off, and bikers love curves. They love them curves, and sometimes when you got that many people, you have to be safe about it. So they kind of choose our routes for us a little bit, and we tweak it a little bit. So it'll be a good day. But I'll let Nikki talk about how to register for this.
Yes, so we have a Sawyer, will you get out the poster? So we have a Facebook page, the Hendersonville Homebound Meals, and you can go to that Facebook page and it will take you to a link to register there. We also have a website that you can go to, and we We also made it really easy with the QR code.
Okay.
So if you want to scan that QR code, and I can take a picture of that and send it to you, and you can put it on the Facebook page.
Facebook page, yeah.
But yes, and Chuck was talking about the relationship we had. I called our local police departments where we're going to be going through. Sumner County Sheriff's Department said, yes, we're on board. Portland PD was, yes, we're on board. We love a good cause. As a matter of fact, the lieutenant even sent me a picture of his motorcycle.
Oh, cool.
And then we talked with Gallatin PD. They're like, yes, we're on board. They're going to be blocking our intersections for us so that we will have a smooth ride, so that we don't have any accidents. And that's our mission, is to make sure that they have an enjoyable and safe ride through the scenic Sumner County. We're going to have a delicious lunch that's going to be prepared by some of our volunteers, and they are going to supposedly have the best banana pudding you ever put in your mouth. So that's definitely worth it. And for your $20 registration fee, that's going to include the ride, your lunch, but it's also going to give you a door prize ticket. So far from Cycle Gear and Rivergate, we got a $159 motorcycle jacket. We got a $99 pair of gloves. I messaged all my friends and family. They are huge supporters. I've got gift cards, $25 gift cards to various restaurants, gift cards to Home Depot. We've got T-shirts, and just all sorts of things. Like if I put out a call for help, my friends and family are just right there.
Right.
I called on Lynette Turner. She's the audience producer for Huckabee, and she's like, yes, whatever we can do to help. Well, she imitates Patsy Cline, so she's actually going to sing our national anthem for us before we leave. And we're also going to do an invocation before we leave on the motorcycle ride, and then she's going to sing the national anthem. So it's going to be a really good day for everyone. And Heather Mathis with Channel 5, she's a meteorologist. She just had a baby also, and she is going to give up some of her mom time on that Saturday to MC for our door prizes. So we greatly appreciate that. But just coming together to support this program, having and actually Sawyer has actually volunteered with Graham and Pops, and she'll ride in the back seat because we get a hot cooler and a cold cooler, and so she will get the milk and the dessert out for us and hand us, and then I'll get out the hot meal and the bread, and I'll take it up to the door. And we had a record time delivering our meals just because she was able to help us get everything ready for me to get up to the door. So
how fun.
So it's a family affair. Teaching your kids young to give back and to serve others in the community is fabulous. But she loves to volunteer for just about anything that comes along.
I love it. I love it. How often do you volunteer to deliver?
So my husband and I do every other Wednesday, but so that's what makes it so easy. They will work around your schedule. If I call and say, hey, I've got to take my mom to the doctor, they'll erase me off the dry race board and they'll put need. And then when the other volunteers come in to pick up their route, they'll say, hey, you know what? I can fill that spot. Or I may go in and go, oh, I can take this spot that you need. So it's very easy to volunteer. And, if you don't want to get out and drive, they're always looking for volunteer help in the kitchen because this program, it is professionally catered. So a catering company brings the food in bulk, and then our volunteers separate it out into the meals. So they prepare it, and then they vacuum seal it, and then of course they put it in the hot coolers and the cold coolers. So they're always looking for volunteers. If you just want to do the fundraising part, hey, we can use you at the motorcycle ride or the pancake breakfast, or say you just want to donate something for a prize. Like I sell Pampered Chef, so I'm always getting free stuff from them. So I'll donate that for a silent auction item. So whatever you have, you can help. And we're not, asking for a lot of money or a lot of your time. Just come out to one of our spirit nights. You've got to eat dinner sometime. Our next one is McAllister's Deli on Indian Lake Boulevard. And that, oh my gosh, I don't know when that's coming up.
I can't remember the date.
If you like us on the Hendersonville Homebound Meals page, then you will see when our spirit nights come up.
Okay.
So you got to eat, and it's not costing you any money other than you're eating, and then that
some of the proceeds.
Yeah, some of the proceeds will go back to us.
Very good. I mean, this is fascinating, and again, yes, this is in Hendersonville, and a lot of my Springfield folks are going, well, this is, but the signal that we have goes into the surrounding counties, and of course the live stream on here, and so we love promoting things in the surrounding areas, and so Nikki's in here all the time because she's in Hendersonville, so, and she's my friend. But I love that I'm fascinated by this because this sounds like it's so well done, and I'm very intrigued because you said it was catered. And so I'm just, that fascinates me because having cooked a lot of Meals on Wheels, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I'm very intrigued about where do you facilitate out of and all that? I'm curious.
We facilitated, excuse me, with a community church in Hendersonville.
Okay.
And we're in a partnership with Mid-Cumberland Resource. Okay. So they provide with the director, so they're employed by Mid-Cumberland. The board of directors oversees this program, though, that we have, which is made up of about, 16 or so of us board members. And so we kind of run the program. So the food is prepared somewhere else, and like she said, brought in, and then we separate it. Once it's separated, ready to go out, the deliverers show up. Once they show up, they get their list of people who they're going to serve that day. And most time, they have a regular route. I have a regular route since 2007. Then I fill in a lot in different spots. So I do all kinds of routes. They like me when I do it because I was a fireman for 31 years in Hendersonville, so I know everywhere. But we look at there, we can see who is not on our list that day that normally is, and we ask, are they in the hospital, something going on. But we see new clients, and then we have all the directions are there for the drivers. So if you're not real familiar with Hendersonville, then you have a good basis. Of course, with GPS today, we've got apps for your phones and stuff. But I think I get fussed out a little bit because sometimes the way the clients are, you always serve the first person is always the first person. Well, not on my route. Sometimes I go backwards. So the person in the very back gets to be first sometimes. Yeah. But with me knowing all the shortcuts in Hendersonville, I can work my way around. Yeah. But that's how the food gets out to these folks. But if I can, I'm going to elaborate on one thing. If anybody's interested in volunteering with us, we would love to have you. Back of my shirt says, you want to volunteer, sign up. But there's a couple of other things that a lot of people don't understand this program does. Now, when I was adopted in the 60s, I told my age a little bit, but I remember my dad going out, and we were near Madison, the Church of Christ system, and I remember them getting the meals, the moms fixing, the ladies fixing the food.
That's exactly the program I'm talking about that I'm a part of, and that's what,
And you remember the days of the cottage cheese and sour cream containers and Tupperware. And then my dad, I would go with him and we would serve. But out of all the things that we did, the one thing that stuck with me for years was the smiles on the faces of the people when you talked to them. They just wanted somebody to have human contact with and talk to. Yep. And that's one of the things that we're real big on. The volunteers that we have, we love to serve. One of the things that we also do besides that human contact is a wellness check, so to say. So we get to be out there and see them. Sometimes they may need medical attention that they don't have anybody to call and they don't know what to do. So we can actually get them in touch through organizations and actually serve them in that capacity either. Several times that I have had to call an ambulance and have them come out to these people. And so sometimes with our experience in police and fire and stuff, we can see things and hopefully get them the help that they need. So, but that human contact, these people, they want to talk to somebody, and not the phone, not the TV kind of stuff. So that's the blessing and reward for us is to see that. I don't know how many times I've fixed leaky faucets and planted tomato plants and got their mail for them, but sometimes we do some other stuff too. But it's very rewarding. If anybody wants to volunteer, we really want you to come out with your bike on Saturday, August 6th. But we'd love to have you as a volunteer as well. And I know you deal with that kind of program, and you know what it feels like for those folks. So.
Absolutely. It's incredible. And it's so funny because I'm transitioning out of that and teaching starting in the fall. But I'm going to go back and volunteer because it's just once it's in your blood, it's just one of the most rewarding things I've ever been a part of. And it's been such a blessing to me. If you can leave me a flyer or take a picture of that and put that up on about this and about the motorcycle ride so we we can make sure and pound it home, because we've got the several weeks here before it happens. And so we want to continue to promote this for you guys and help you guys raise the funds for this, because this is great. And I find it so interesting how y'all facilitate it versus how we do, and so we can all learn from each other.
Oh, yeah,
And so I'm the girl who's taking over for me, Aubrey. I may say, hey, you might want to go check this out, because as we're transitioning and doing things a little differently, because you have to, because we don't have thousands of members like we used to, and so that's why we've gone to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, is because we just don't have the hands to get it out there. One of our primary delivery drivers is 92.
Oh wow!
God bless you. That was one question I had for you, is how do you vet who gets on the program? Because that's one of the things that we take very seriously. Is people call, hey, can I have Meals on Wheels? It's like, what? Okay, talk to me about what's your situation. Do y'all have a vetting process?
They have a criteria that they have to go by. Mid-Cumberland is also involved in that process.
Okay.
So they go out and schedule assessments when people put in for it, or somebody refers somebody. So the basic criteria is 60 or older, which sounds funny because I'm older than that, but 60 or older. 60. Yeah. So, but there are other criteria too, such as somebody who's been in a hospital for a while, they've come home, they're going to rehabilitate for months.
Right.
It is possible for them to get on. It is possible that somebody who is elderly, that has somebody younger who may also be disabled but is taking care of that person, that we can have them on the routes too. So there's an assessment process that goes on through the director of our program and Mid-Cumberland, and that's kind of the screening process. Unfortunately, we have like you said, we have a waiting list, and most people, they need it. The people we very seldom get somebody that doesn't need it. It's when we get that referral or something, it's somebody that needs it real bad. The meals, that's the reason we do all these fundraising events, because a lot of people don't understand. It costs about $5 a day for a meal. Was it $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a year?
It's $1,300 a year
and
per person.
And we don't necessarily require that they pay it. Now, many of them still want to pay their own way. They might chip in a little bit.
They contribute.
Right.
We have the same situation. People will hand us checks, and we're like, you don't have to, but they want to.
Yeah. So we do that sometimes, and there's people who, like a church member that is now a shut-in, doesn't get. There may be a church group, maybe a home group that pays or takes care of theirs for the year. So sometimes we get those.
Gotcha.
So grants and other things too. We reach out just like everybody does and tries to get money from as many sources as we can to keep the program running. So
and
a lot of people think that it's income based. It's not. It's not based on your income. It doesn't. It doesn't matter how much money you have or whatever. It's not income based. It's based on your ability to cook yourself a nutritious meal or to go out and get one. And so don't let that stop you. And then the other hook is that we actually do come into Robertson County. So I know you were thinking we were just in Hendersonville. No, we actually do come into Sumner County. I mean, into Robertson County.
Okay,
so,
good.
So I checked on that before I called you, because I know I was like, we need a hook.
that go out just a little bit.
Okay.
We, actually, I think even up in a little bit of White House, there might be some of the Robertson County that we do.
Okay.
So we've expanded a little bit. And then I think Portland and Cottontown area, there's very limited, but they get frozen foods because they don't have they don't have a program. So sometimes we might go to Gallatin and help them out a little bit or something like that. So
it's such a rewarding program. This is probably one of the hardest things that I'm stepping away from going into full-time teaching, is stepping out of the work I'm doing with Meals on Wheels, because it's just so rewarding and so fulfilling. And that's why I'm like, well, I'm going to help where I can when school's out and different things like that. And I'm going to continue to volunteer, one day a week in the kitchen and all of those things, because once it's a part of you, it is, and you just can't step away from it. Let me do my last ad, and then we'll come back. Y'all just be thinking about anything we might have missed, but let me go ahead and talk about my last sponsor here, which is Cumberland Connect. I was really interested talking to John. If you missed hearing from John Bonema, who has Cut Twice Woodworks, fascinating and just beautiful work he does, but he said something really interesting, and I really kind of should have jumped off of that and talked about my experiences with my internet, because he said, because he's had some bad service experiences, it makes him want to be more in tune with giving good service to his customers. And so I thought, that sounds familiar. And what happened with me with AT&T recently? My internet was down for at least 8 days. I couldn't get a hold of anybody that could really help me. Finally, when it was all said and done, 4 or 5 days later, they just sent me a new modem, which they should have done from the very get-go. I've had this happen with AT&T a couple of times. It's not the people. The people who I've dealt with, wonderful guys. But it's so funny because they actually called me and wanted to talk to me about it. And I was very clear. I said, man, you guys have got some issues. And I told them, I said, so there's this thing called Cumberland Connect coming. And I cannot wait because I'm going to tell you goodbye. And I said, there's no getting around it. And I said, it's not because I do their ads. It's because I honestly, when I heard about them and then I had an opening for a sponsor, I went to them and said, please let me do your ads because I'm so excited about you and I want to tell people about it. Because for people like me who have had just no internet, virtually no internet, or what you do, I pay an exorbitant amount of money for the pitiful little bit of internet service that I get from AT&T, and it's just ridiculous. So I went to Cumberland Connect. I said, you need to be a sponsor of this program. They're going to be at my house before the end of the year, and I can't wait. If you want to know when Cumberland Connect's coming to you and you're going to finally have internet service that's going to be fabulous, you can go to www.cumberlandconnect.org, put in your zip code, and it'll tell you when they're coming, because if you are a Cumberland Electric customer, they're going to be accessible for you. And we're talking internet speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second. That's a gig, no data caps. They got a state-of-the-art Wi-Fi 6 router included with internet service at no extra charge, 24/7, 365 days a year. You're going to get technical support that's going to be supportive. So just all kinds of great things coming with Cumberland Connect, and they are a sponsor of this program. If you're a Cumberland Electric customer, you're going to have access. I cannot wait. And when you get in touch with them, tell them U-Turn sent you. And we're a little bit over. It's all good. You doesn't care. But so what have we missed? Anything?
Well, basically, the reason for us coming on this program was twofold. One is to make you aware of the program.
Right.
So we're not just out here just fundraising for money, but we also want to make people aware that there's a program. And if you are in the Hendersonville area and you want to call us at 615-824-0811, then you can do that. And if you are outside that area, call us. We probably can set you up or send you to somebody else that may be able to help you.
But give that phone number again for me.
615-824-0811.
One more time since you stumbled.
Okay, sorry. 615-824-0811. And that is to, if you want to volunteer, if you need our services, you can call that number as well. And then the other thing is, if you want to volunteer, call us, let us know. And then mainly our big fundraiser we got coming up on August the 6th on Saturday. If it rains out, we're going to ride the next Saturday on August the 13th. So we definitely want everyone to come out, and we need to raise that money to help these folks and be able to keep this program going and even expand the program.
Very good. I love it. It's a great program. If you've never had any experience with Meals on Wheels, it's fabulous. You will love it. Get involved. And thank you, Nikki. Always, doors always open. And very nice to meet you, Chuck. Or have I met you before?
You've met me before.
I've met you before. Yeah, you're with the all the other stuff.
I'm everything.
Yeah, y'all volunteer together.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I know I've met you.
We're
but
into
anyway.
everything.
This is the Chuck.
That's the joke.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's everybody knows Chuck Swan, and
Okay.
so we just call him the Chuck, and he's well known throughout the county.
Do you know my friend Paul Rainey that was a
Yes.
Metro fireman
Yes.
for like ever? 40 years, I think he did.
Yep.
So he's all retired. He's up in that neighborhood too.
I got you.
So yeah, he's like my biggest supporter on the stream. He's on here before me. Usually he's going, Laverne, you're late. You're late. Come on. They go to they volunteer in our Meals on. He and Mary volunteer in our Meals on Wheels program at the Madison Church of Christ. They cook 2 days a week, and they go to Mexico with me. They volunteer CR with me.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
anyway, awesome. These these retired firemen and police officers, and that's who you've got sitting here, folks. If you don't realize that they spent their entire career serving the public, and they're still serving. It's in your blood, I guess, right?
Blood.
Absolutely.
God bless y'all. Thank you for all that you've done
Thank you
and
for
that
having
you're
us.
continuing to do. So nice to see the Chuck and the Nikki and your sweet granddaughter
So
Miss Sawyer.
Sawyer. Thank you, Sawyer. You were wonderful. You're just so sweet and so cute. Thank you guys for joining us here for One Street Over tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited because tomorrow is Faith Friday and we got Rachel Culver in, and she's got some stuff to share with us. You'll know she had a grandbaby girl expected, and she's going to fill you in on all the wonderfulness of it. Jubilee is here and she's going to tell you all about it tomorrow on One Street Over. Join us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless.
We have these items of regret.